We're back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back, and yeah, we're here at Irvine Blizzard headquarters. Feels great, feels weird, feels surreal, and we're gonna have the 4-on-4 next. And for the first time, we have Mr. Jeracup next to us. Happy as the team captain of Team Europe. Okay, all set? All right.
Hello.
Hello, man. What a pleasure to meet you for the first time. How do you feel here at Blizzard headquarters?
Well, it's pretty cool, actually. What exactly do you want to know, like, in details?
Like, have you been here before at BlizzCon and seen everything, like the museum and?
No, I haven't been to Blizzard campus.
Okay.
Not once.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive that they gather all this stuff here, and like the nerdgasm is real. It's very cool. So, Lynn is with us as well, and of course you guys we're gonna meet tomorrow in a one-on-one. But before that, it's 4-on-4 time, and happy you played the 4-on-4 tournament with Cash, Foggy, and Hawk, right? So, do we have something prepared for this now?
No, not really, but I think we'll manage.
All right.
Well, because we have certain experience. At least I have particular experience of playing with Hawk and Foggy.
Yeah. So, Lynn, how about you? Did you prepare some 4-on-4 strategies?
I didn't know. We're gonna play 4v4.
Yeah.
Nice.
I didn't know. I just prepared versus Happy. So
Okay.
yeah.
So, do you have faith in your teammates that they can carry you to the 4?
Yeah, I think so. I'm so bad with team play. So they have to carry me.
Okay. You play a lot of 2-on-2 with Cash, right? So, how do you feel if you play with a team? Do you feel more comfortable, or do you feel more comfortable alone when you're not reliant on?
Well, I just cannot win it all by myself in team games. So of course I feel more comfortable playing solo, but team games like different type of games. You can make mistakes, and your teammates will always cover you. So it's just different type of games. So it's okay.
Okay. Lynn, are you rather on your own? I think so, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Faith in your own skill. All right. So, yeah, 4-on-4 is coming. I hope you're going to enjoy it. And we see a lot of actions with a lot of ultimates and a lot of crazy...
One more thing.
Yeah.
I have one question.
Yeah.
Is it possible to change race? Or
Yeah, you can...
really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because we need undead. There is no undead. Maybe they think we cannot win.
You will play undead now?
Oh, they recommend me.
Okay. How do you feel as an undead? Like, is it an important key figure in the 4-on-4?
I actually think Undead is not the best race. I think the best race is Human, then it should be Night Elf or Orc, and only then Undead. Undead is good because Undead have pretty much free dispel and good focus with Orb of Corruption, but before that Undead is not really best unless you play some sort of push strategies.
Yeah,
it all depends. I just can't tell for sure because I'm not the most experienced team player.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool as an undead. Like, if you get fat and you can get a lot of fiends early on, plus an early tech, you can be in a very good position very early on. So when I play, it feels kind of comfortable. But yeah, we'll see what you guys are up to. Europe versus Korea, game number 1. And yeah, you can get ready now.
Okay.
And then have fun, guys.
Thank you.
So Remo's going to join me as a co-caster. I think maybe a few of the legends will join as well. Right, there we go. And yeah, 4-on-4 time, as we said, lots of action awaiting us, and Madfrog and Remo are going to join us, so we have a triple undead combo here on the couch for the first time. Oh yeah.
Scourge represent.
Scourge represent. Yeah, for me, Team Europe is actually the favorite here now with their experience they have in the 4-on-4. Did you play 4-on-4 back then for fun?
No, never any games for fun. Just when I stopped playing, I played some Dota and some other things. Yeah. Just practice all the time.
Do you like to be reliant on your teammates in Dota, or is it just I want to be by myself because then I can control everything.
I was since I had the best micro in my team, I was the forest creeper. So
Okay.
I just came out and killed some heroes sometimes. So, yeah.
Chill life. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Because you had okay, the best micro, you mean like those heroes who can control units and stuff.
Yeah.
I get you. So yeah, the first map has been hosted and players will be joining in momentarily. I just was informed we're pretty far ahead of schedule.
Is that so?
Actually, yeah. So maybe we have to come up with some additional programming here.
Game for third in the Legends tournament. Mad Frog Taker is possible.
Could be. What do you think about that?
Yeah, maybe. I have to think about it. It feels so weird playing again. It's been so long. So it's like it makes you feel bad how bad you are, you know? So yeah, but maybe I can play. Maybe we're equally bad, so it will be a game at least.
In the 44 tournament, in the Ugri Challenge we had not too long ago, which team were focused in LawLiet in again?
I forgot the team name, but it was Focus LawLiet, Reprisal, and Lucifer, if I'm not mistaken.
And they won in the end, right?
They did not win. They were eliminated. No, they got to the. Oh yeah, they won. Yeah, right.
They won, right?
Yeah, against the French-German team in the finals. That's true. Sweden and Top Notch, or the Russians, eliminated in the semifinals.
I wasn't unfortunately able to catch too many of those games, but from what I've been told, lots of action, as one would assume, with 8 players and lots of ultimates as well. I was so disappointed that we didn't see the keeper Tranquility. When the keeper was chosen, the FFL was like, all right, keeper first, guys, this is going to be Tranquility.
There's a pretty good chance we're going to see it now. Like, keeper first is a pretty common choice in FFA because of Entangle
and I mean,
4-4.
And if you like calculate the effectiveness of the spell, HB-wise, it must be crazy in a 4v4.
Yeah, also the aura. Like, auras are all the rave in 4-4. I think what you have to go for a first hero that has an aura, like DK Archmage. TC is the very common choice as well. So, yeah, because it affects so many units and you get way more value out of it. That's nice.
Yep. We're going to be going to a... By the way, we didn't know which map we wanted to play, so we had to decide quickly on the fly. And we went by Foggy's suggestion, which was Sanctuary LV.
Okay.
Are you familiar with that one?
It's not with the LV version, but we're going to see about that. I like Sanctuary, the normal map. I like Northshire as well. 4-4 has pretty interesting maps. Like, there's the map Golems in the Mist, where there is basically a free expansion, but it's surrounded by trees. So you have to kind of cut through them, and then you can expand. They're, of course, super hard to attack for your opponent. But, well, if they have air, it works out. But, yeah.
I was suggesting that one when someone asked me, and then Foggy said, no. Bad map.
It is not a bad map. It's just different. We see Team Euro coming back from a team meeting, I guess. They went outside the room, actually, to discuss strategies.
I don't want to give anything away to the Koreans, man.
Well, the Koreans were meeting here. Of course, they can talk in Korean. Nobody understands. How was your time in Korea? Like, did you feel welcome there? Did people take care of you?
Yeah, I felt really welcome, actually. Yeah.
Like, we knew you were in the team house with SK, but how did it continue afterwards when your teammates left? Where did you live? And
it was actually really strange because I had an incident with Dayfly in ES World Cup, and then I played him when I got to Korea, and I thought there was something bad between us, but like that he was mad at me because he got so upset when he lost the tournament, but there wasn't. So when then they invited me and I accepted, it was all
nice.
They were really friendly.
Yeah, at ESWC, I think you tripped over a power chord or something.
Yeah, it was. You had this. I don't know what you call it, with multiple outputs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a big red
a switch. Yeah,
switch. Yeah, so I was playing, and we both had like level 8, 7, 6 heroes, and I clicked it by mistake. It was like I moved my foot, and it was like all black, and he was up 1-0, and they asked me if we should do a regame, and I said, yeah, if you want to. So he went for the regame and I won 2 in a row. So I knocked him out of the group. So.
Right. There we see the Korean players. It's Focus, team captain, giving directions here. LawLiet, big smile on his face. He's like basically insulting Focus all the time. That's his main job here, or at least making jokes about him. They're pretty, like, they team so much. They played 2-2 at GCS. They played the 4-4 team together. And LawLiet and Remo, it's actually like a mentor relationship. Like, when LawLiet was a young player, then Remo was his mentor. When Remo came back from the army, then LawLiet taught him how to do the metagame, or how to apply to the metagame. And then we have Lin, on paper, the strongest player of Team Korea, former world champion of WCG, runner-up of GCS. So when he came back from the army, he revolutionized some matchups. But in 4-4, he said, I'm going to be reliant on the other guys. So let's see how he can adapt. And I wonder who's playing Undead of the 4.
Does someone have to play Undead?
No, but they said they want to. On the other side, our vice world champion, Foggy Balboa, the boxing champ. He is he seems to be familiar with every single matchup. Like, it doesn't matter what kind of playstyle you have in Warcraft or game mode, he feels familiar with it.
And Happy here, actually pretty well practiced in team games, as I said earlier today. He plays all kinds of cups, random cups, team cups, FFAs, 4v4s, whatever have you. Whenever there's a bit of prize money in there, he's gonna play it. So he knows how to do that, I guess. Hawk, he used to be by far the strongest, or strongest human in Europe. He has fallen off recently, well, not even so recently, over the last couple of years. And Effect, the Swedish guy representing Clan SWE, the Soviet war elites, which are standing very strong currently in WC3L.
Yeah, the scene in Sweden is so cool. Like, they have a few old schoolers. Well, the game starts. So they have a few old schoolers coming back to the scene, like Dovek Q, like Thorzane, who played StarCraft 2 before professionally, and they gathered under the Swedish flag. They play Clan Wars, and yeah, works out well for them.
I think they mixed up the overlay a little bit, because from what it seems like, South Korea is white and Europe is in red, unless I'm getting something mixed up here, but I don't think so. So the Koreans starting on the right of what's this map called again? Sanctuary LV. I have never ever seen this map before, but Grubby and Foggy both said this is a nice map, this is a big map, we're gonna have lots of high level heroes, lots of ultimate, hopefully, ideally. That's something we can look forward to. Happy, the only... No, wait, that's what the observer was trying to tell me, but I wasn't smart enough to realize. Lin's playing Undead, right? Yeah, he is. All right. I was still trying to figure out the colors here. Lin playing Undead, so they stay true to their word. They want to have an Undead in their ranks. Undead in 2-2 especially known to be the carry of the team. Is that in 4-4 also the case?
The Undead as a carry, it depends, like, how much time you give the Undead. Of course, you can feed him a little, and then he has all of a sudden has 4 Frostworms and is attacking. But he's also very vulnerable. He can't really expand, so he is absolutely reliant on his teammates. He needs to be babysitted a bit. The Night Elf's task is, of course, to expand as often as possible. There will be a long time on Tier 1 with the Potamora. Like, the only job is to level the Potom for the True Shot and get a few hunts, and then expand, and feed the other players. So that's going to be their task. Humans can expand, will expand, as we can see here for Hawk or Effect.
A player's forces are
quite common and good to defend as well. So they can then explode into Tier 3. Every race has like their task, and I think for the orcs it's like distraction, especially with mass raiders. You can, especially if you go with a TC first. Your army is so fast, and then you can just storm into the opponent's base, get some pillage damage done and some resources out of it, and then retreat.
There seem to be 2 very good expanding possibilities here for each team. Those gold mines tucked in the little corner. Oh, first surround of the game, first block of the game, the Potom will not be getting out of this base. So I imagine we're going to see those expos being taken pretty quickly. Does she get out here? She really shouldn't. And no.
And there's not too much damage there because it's only skeletons and coils. Keeper of the Grove is coming as well, so you're trying to do some damage against the economy. But that wasn't... Was it too late, the coil against the Acolyte? Yeah, right? So Echo dies, he gets that. But Remind is losing the bottom there, and that's hard because you really want her to level up.
Yeah, but I like actually that he let her die there, because having a TP is so important if you let your opponents fight only like 3v4 or only 2v3. It's gonna be a big problem if you can't help and join your ally. And here as well, we see the gold mine being taken. TC first, man. I think this is one of the coolest designed heroes in the game. The Reincarnation, the Shockwave, the Stomp, all such amazing spells. And then even an aura to give to your entire team. So leveling him up makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, TC is interesting because usually if you pick a hero, you have this one choice that you go for. For the DK, it's obviously Coil and Aura. But for the TC, you can do both. Like, you can do Stomp or Shockwave, plus the Aura. The Aura is the most important thing here, but decides on what you want to do, decides on what you expect your opponents to play. Like, if there's mass Huntress, you go for Shockwave for the mass damage. If there's more Fiends or whatever, you decide to go for Stomp and also have the Disable. So, really interesting.
This is an Amulet of the Wild.
Yep. It's a pretty good item there that you can find.
Is that the Furbolg that has War Stomp?
Yep.
That's a really big drop. My goodness.
Yeah, you can also get like the Ice Shard, which is, and the Infernal there. It's pretty hard.
Yeah, and also like the Doom Guard, right?
Yep.
I think it is.
Yeah, it's a cool, like, if you know that this item drops there, it's your priority to do so. Nice.
They got it really early on tier 1 only. This could be super effective.
Yeah, in the 4-on-4 tournament we saw like an Ice Shard in the north and the Infernal in the south, and then one team got both, so you can do the math how that panned out.
And as you can see the TC creeping up there, he should get another one of those, shouldn't he? Isn't it that camp? So we should have to keep an eye out on that, or isn't it? I believe it is. We're gonna keep an eye out for him.
We will see when this summon gets.
He is level 3 now, and 6 forever with the Frost Armor.
Yeah, Frost Armor, good spell. Yeah, we have the combined resources there on the top, by the way. Good value.
Where's the drop? Where's the item? I'm sorry, I misled you there, guys. I thought it was gonna drop.
Not too much levels here on the Keeper. Of course, he's just there for the distraction with Entangle, but at the moment, this doesn't look good for him. Oh boy, surround possible. Bottom is again there to help a little, but this double Night Elf team is trying to distract against Happy, but it actually doesn't work at all so far.
Tier 2 tech here coming for the Humor a little bit later, of course. Effect expanded first. We have 2 expos coming up for both teams, so we are on even expansion count. Actually, I think there's even another one coming up for the Europeans.
Well, again, almost a surround there. And so Hawk and Foggy have to run away here. Shredder is helping a little, but everything is all over the place. Focus and Lin zoning quite well. Even the Keeper is coming back, getting the big pickup of the Shredder. Which is quite big, I guess, for Foggy to have, or for Hawk to have as well, because they have the expansion up, so they get a lot of gold. And so you kind of need the Shredder or need to be fed.
TC moving forward as you have the Stomp here. With a well-timed Stomp, you can perhaps even get the hero kill. But not quite able to do this.
Yeah, it's interesting that Korea is so aggressive so far. It works out pretty well, man. Hawk's base, or is it Hawk or Effect? It's Effect, alright. It's in shambles there. He tried to save a lot of the militia or peasants in the back. Here comes some help, but oh my god, Effect's Archmage gets entangled, gets focus fired, but the Invul Potion saves him for now. Reinforcements are coming from the south, and it's gonna be hard though. Lin with Fiends, pretty strong army. He has blockers in the front with Huntress if he wants to.
But it seems like the Europeans should be able to defend here, but actually, the Night Elf has to evacuate with the TP. He's under pressure somewhere else, it seems. Now it's 2 Archmages, but one of them falls to the coil. Seems like they weren't paying attention there quite so much, but 4 Water Elementals do this
Water
damage.
Elementals against the Huntress. There's no Dispel coming, there's no Wisps or anything. So with Defend now, they should be able to defend this as the Fiends don't do that much damage anymore. But still, man, Korea's holding on, taking the high ground, or keeping the high ground.
Pushing forward. Keeping up the pressure level up for the DK. Is it level 4 already? I think it is. Not the greatest upgrade, I guess. But a lot of bases here for the European side. By the way, production, if you can hear us, Europe is in fact red, not blue. But now Remind is retreating as well. Have they secured some bases behind this? They haven't really, right? If we take a look at the minimap, we have 2 more bases for the Europeans.
Yeah, Foggy is expanding like crazy, and that's why the Europeans are at the moment not that strong, because he invested so much into this. So you can see a lot of Huntresses there that are lacking from the European team, so they have to make it up with something else, and that's Footman with Defend. They're doing quite a good job at that, to hold on to the damage and to be a little buffer unit.
And this is a level 8 wizard. Is this the one who has the crazy item? It might be. May have gotten that mixed up earlier. And let's see, is this the crazy drop? Replenishment potion. No, it was the amulet, right? It was both of those drops. It wasn't like a replenishment for level 8. That's creep, that would be crazy.
So we can't fix the colors at the moment, but we will be for the next one. We will see a second 4-on-4 after this.
Okay. So now, Korea is still moving forward. It seems like the Europeans have never left their half of the map, but they're defending, holding on. Oh, nice dodge there with the Zeppelin, not getting hit by the shockwave. The TC here for Focus with these grunts. Stealing decent damage, but good Zeppelin micro. And of course, with only grunts, there's no answer to the Zeppelin at all.
That's true. No anti-air on this map, but you see the first Raiders, and this is where Orc gets really, really strong. To take out bases, to take out expansions, just to gather more gold with pillage. But we have a big fight in the middle, as Happy is fighting Remind and... Oh, we see a Dreadlord and Carrion Swarm. No, it's just a creep.
That's an Acolyte with Carrion Swarm.
Yep.
Oh no, another one. The Heretic.
And a Blood Mage by Hawk can be really good with Flame Strike and
yeah.
Siphon Mana, also possible.
By the way, towards the north, the Koreans have expanded now a little more aggressively towards the middle of the map. Cryptlord as well coming in for Lin. Again, AoE is the most valuable thing here in this 4v4.
Yeah, and the Cryptlord got buffed. This is what we talk about in the patch logs as well. Like in big team games, Cryptlord got a 50% damage buff on his Impale. That's just insane.
And I think Impale has no unit cap, right?
I don't think so either. I mean,
I don't think it does.
They become invulnerable. That's the downside of it for a little bit, so you can't really focus it afterwards.
All right, and now Happy is looking towards his expansion of LawLiet. Can he kill it in time before the defense is coming in? I don't think so, because the Koreans are already showing up. Look for the first big Impale. Not perfectly placed, but decent damage. One Fiend will be the sacrifice here for Happy's safe retreat.
And another attack. DK seems to be... no, what's surrounded there? Ah, it's the bottom of Foggy, but the Zeppelin is there. Again, no anti-air except the end snares, or a few of them. Foggy already going into anti-air as he expects, whatever, Chimeras or something like that.
Dragonhawks even, so... And even more anti-air. Tier 3 coming up for Hawk. And Fragmentation Shot Mortar Teams, man. That is more AoE, that is more splash damage and effect as well going tier 3, but he has taken quite a bit of a beating this game.
The Cryptlord levels up already, that's quite quick, so he needs to be rescued by Happy here. But he has a Cryptlord on his own, and that... oh boy, that was a massive one! Impale of Destiny.
For a second there, I thought he was going to fight solo against 2, but now the Cryptlord in trouble. For Lin, he dies. There was no coil. And there is the big Furbolg Ursa Warrior. He's the guy with the Command Aura and the War Stomp. This is the big item, but it's used now. The item is gone. Of course, the Furbolg is still alive, still has duration running on, but now you want to get something done. What can you get done? Look towards the Expo, perhaps, because this thing has chaos damage. A lot of DPS against buildings. And Korea has to respond quickly if they want to keep this tree alive.
Nice defense by Europe. Oh boy, Stomp and Nova against the Wisp there. He can't repair this anymore. Really good reaction. The Pendulum swings back right in LawLiet's face. They were about to break Affect, but Happy's defense. Oh boy, DK is in trouble there. Is surrounded. Does he have a TP is the question. I guess, yeah, and there is the rescue force of Foggy and Hawk as well.
Does Foggy only have Hippos?
I think so.
I think that for a moment.
Yeah, we haven't seen...
So he's responsible for the anti-air, nothing else, I guess.
And expanding.
Oh yeah, of course, you can just give over the money to your allies. Yeah, that's true. And the next big level 8 creep is going to be taken out. I imagine it's another one of those massive items. And it is...
Wards.
Okay, not that massive of an item.
But there's an attack coming by both players actually, forcing the town portal again. And a combined attack. Oh boy, this is not looking good for the human army there. It's Hawk with the Griffins, but he lost some units there. Big attack for the Koreans. How much can they take out? I mean, they don't want to attack into the undead base, that's for sure. There's double slaughterhouse, triple Griffin aviary for Hawk.
Pretty low on money and supply though. Only 500 gold, not even more than 50 supply.
Town is under siege.
But, alright, the Koreans have now grabbed up some more real estate on the map, grabbed up no more bases, and yeah, these burrows, man, they are melting under the focus fire from the undead. He's gonna have no more burrows left.
Yeah, but he has to sacrifice this for a base most likely, as the bottom left has been taken out. And again, the human needs help, but Happy and Foggy's massive army should be able to do this, man. There's quite a bit magic damage, and he takes out the Abomination early on, so this is defended as well.
Forces are under attack.
Europe is holding on quite well. We have 256 supply, and that is due to the earlier expansions, and they were able to hold it.
Chimeras coming in now. Alright guys, we are unlocking the entire tech tree. Soon, at least. We haven't seen any torrents yet. Maybe later. He's flying into the main here. Corrosive Breath is ready. Lots of siege damage coming towards this Black Citadel. TP coming in. I imagine he's going to TP out right away. If these get webbed and focus fire, they could die very quickly. Oh, look at the Hippogriff damage. He just wants to get this kill. Big overextension. He has to evacuate. The second one actually gets saved, but the bottom gets left behind.
Oh boy, how did that happen? He has an Invo potion, but okay, TP as well. Can't staff or anything, so it's just toast. Lin, though, gets rid of one of Foggy's expansion almost, but Effect is there with Knights and Breakers as well.
Focus here to reinforce as well, but he doesn't really have the best fighting army. He only has Raiders, good against buildings, not so good against armies.
Oh boy. Happy was under attack and now he's mad, and now he wants to get revenge with Hawk together, combined attack. And the Koreans, they have to respond at some point. Focus is supply stuck for such a long time already. They can't really afford for Remind to lose his ability to produce units as well.
And Remind needs help. He has a tier 1 army. This does not cut it in the late game, not at all. His contribution in this game is the aura mostly, so he can't lose this bottom. She's stunned though. The Impale is split second too late.
Town portal in, Remind gets help, but this is only LawLiet with a few chimeras. But is there anti-air? Yeah, there's web reveal being used. There's a few illusions tanking up some damage, and things get a lot chaotic now. But there's no moonwell, no moonjuice in the moonwells anymore. Lin is coming in with the fiends as anti-air against the Griffins, and that's why Europe has to retreat now.
Webbing one after the next. I'm surprised he didn't mass this, but against the illusion, maybe he wasn't looking for a second Paladin in trouble, and he falls. Seems like Divine Shield was on cooldown. Those hippos, those chimps certainly pack a punch. And Focus, he's just the distraction squad, running from base to base, being annoying with these raiders, forcing responses.
I don't think against this massive hippo army you can't go air anymore. Like, Lin has a few destroyers, there's a few chimeras, but they will be taken out like instantly, if not like if we don't have bad riders or a massive amount of fiends to take them out.
Something I just noticed. Is there no tavern on this map? Because we don't have any single panda. There is a tavern.
That's true. There is a tavern though.
Are under attack.
There's two, in fact. No, but no pandas. Interesting. Oh, the bottom in trouble again. Does she have to TP? She actually dies, sacrificing herself.
So all the archers become a lot weaker now.
Yeah.
Without the two-shot aura. And they're getting creep-jacked. One archer will die after another, especially if the Cryptlord is able to reach for an impale. Everything is stunned thanks to the clap. Massive AoE on the little dwarf.
DK very far forward, gets caught out by his own and may have to TP out of this. If he gets stomped, he could die here. He used the death pack, but that was not good enough. He is evacuating, so is Hawk. And they will lose a few units here. Fairly even trade between the two teams, I guess.
Indeed, but in the meantime, they took out another expansion. And I think the main gold mines, they should slowly but steady dry out. Already with a level 5 PK. Unfortunately, his ultimate is really weak, though. Can't really do too much with it.
It may be better in
player's
4v4
forces
though
are
than
under
in 1v1, because there oftentimes you don't even have enough corpses to use the ult.
Yeah, but it's still a very, very short duration. Might win you a fight or two. Foggy's still trying to expand everywhere he can. And doing quite a good job so far. Europe with 50 supply more. That says a lot.
Level 3 here for the Cryptlord as well, for Happy as he finishes this camp. That's a big level up. He doesn't share too much experience. He's gonna get it. Bam!
Oh, LawLiet has a huge Chimera army there. He's kind of carrying his team with his army, and I think he has to go for bases. Just wipe them out and fly away, take the next one. The Potom will not come back. Remind is forced to get them from the tavern, and still the true shot aura is missing.
And the Chims are coming from the left, I think. Not too useful against Destroyers though, but the Bat Riders are. So he will have to leave. And now the Hippos chasing the Chimeras. Uh-oh. He needs a TP. He needs a TP.
So fast, yeah.
Look at how many these are. He's gonna... Oh, he actually saved that one.
Looks a bit like mass mutas flying around, stacked.
A player's forces are under
TC
attack.
ultimates will be seen, I guess. This game still going pretty crazy, and it will take a little longer.
So fast here.
Yeah.
With the buff from the patch and the aura, of course.
So Lin attacking into Happy Space, that's really interesting. He's so far away from his own base. And every Impale can catch you real bad.
Yeah, Impales can be ridiculously strong. I think Happy on his Cryptlord earlier, we already saw a mana potion. Can be very helpful. Oh, these gems!
Well, imagine their Dragonhawks for the Shackled.
I wonder if he still has some Dragonhawks. We saw
No, I don't think so.
earlier.
We
A
saw
player's
2
forces
or
are
so.
under attack.
We also see no mortar teams, right?
Nope.
Reliant on this air.
Seems like the Night Elves and the Undeads are the most formidable forces so far. Not necessarily Remind, but LawLiet.
Player Gam on Lin now, who does play a pretty good undead role so far. It's not like he's falling off or anything with his unusual role. We see Flame Strike, but moved out of the way. And yeah, that's what the Chimeras are there for. Boom, 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 one shot. And they
was
take,
like 2
wipe
or
out
3
this
rallies.
expansion. Okay, mass TP now.
Look at this damage. Jesus.
Oh, the Hippos, it's Foggy time, but good TP as well.
3-2 upgrades on those Chimeras, by the way. Lin, can he take out this base before the TP comes in? Not really, but it's a big army here.
Yeah.
Happy TPing towards the back, towards the bottom right. We have Hawk, and that's a lot of damage between
That
the two.
is Mortar Team's Griffin. So much area of effect, and I think Foggy is there for the anti-air as well. Instant TP out by the Koreans. The Mortar Teams with fragmentation shots will have wrecked these archers.
And the problem here with Team Korea is, when can they really ever hope to win an actual 4v4 fight when Focus doesn't have an actual fighting army?
Yeah, we don't see too much of his distraction. I mean, he's helping. He must use Bat Riders, I guess,
Yeah.
right? But
He does have quite a few,
Yeah.
and they will be useful.
here they are. All right, didn't see them before, really. So the question is, can he dodge the Fiend somehow?
It's 10 Bat Riders, that's quite a bit. Bat Riders, though, fall off in these ultra late games as more and more armor upgrades get researched.
I wonder when the main gold mines will
Players'
dry.
forces are
Shouldn't be
under
too much time, but of course we have no time to check it now. Here they
Oh!
come, but
Oh.
nice Nova and Web follow it up. Can he nuke a few more? Hippogriffs lose quite a bit, but they're a lot of them are still alive.
But they're all bruised here, it seems, the Hippos and the Destroyers. Flame Strike this time coming through. They're being sandwiched here from the north and from the left side, and they have to evacuate. Lin leaves. Was it only Lin there? I thought it was 2 armies.
But you see a massive supply
And there
advantage
again. The Chimera hit squad.
Okay, what can they do
How
again?
quick is the response?
Yeah, he needs to respond immediately, otherwise he will lose the Black Citadel.
Oh,
No, attack is gone.
Uh-oh.
And now
Can't
TP! He can't just wipe out the entire base now, it's just a few towers. But everybody is way too far away to rescue Happy's main.
They take out some expansions here, but what about the main base? Is Happy just gonna give up his main? I don't think he has an expo anywhere.
He just has to keep his heroes alive. Nice impale, but the Cryptlord is caught off guard there. Gets a little healing, but will it be enough mortar shards hitting them? The position is not that great for Europe yet, as their army is split by Blizzard. That is, yeah, the area of effect in the late game is so insane.
Yeah, Europe's AoE seems to be winning the fights, but Korea's guerrilla warfare seems to be killing the bases.
There were a few hippos now.
It's funny how he can do nothing against the hippos, right? He only has gyms. He can do nothing about the hippos.
So, time for revenge. Happy's base is wiped out. Will Lin follow? The Blizzard is hitting hard. And the mortar teams, of course, they are like Europe's chimeras as siege units. There is quite a bit of a choke.
He's gonna almost fall. He gets the coil there last second.
It's absolutely chaotic. So much anti-air in the air. So hippos fighting hippos. Free dispel, of course, for Happy there.
More Blizzards coming in, hitting their own hippos, not really ideal, but the Europeans seem to be winning this fight regardless, I think. Focus came in here to help with that battle. The Cryptbot is still alive. It seems like that should have died a long time ago. We say Tranquility, actually. But there comes an Impale, and we have Starfall as well. He's magic immune. He can't be stunned at the moment. He has the anti-magic potion. That is so cool.
Double ultimate by Europe decides this game. He's double, like they have 100 supply more than the Korean team, and this massive area of effect. They were backed against the wall, and then the mortar teams, they are living the dream. We have Starfall again rocking through, and this undead base is completely wiped out now. What can Korea do to react to this? I don't know, man. The resources, they have a bit, but there's a lot more stuff just for Europe. More expansions, better hero levels, I guess. Bottom, yeah, for Remind, it's level 4 against the level 6 of Remind, of Foggy.
And the Europeans, they seem to have this game. Unless they start throwing it away, this should be theirs for the taking. They lose a few more teams here. Seems like Lin still has a strong army. But these archers, especially, they die so quickly against all of this AoE.
Yeah, the heroes are just way too strong for archers now. They are really good in terms of damage you get per gold invested, but in the end they die like holy shit, what a nuke!
That was a level 5 Archmage. That looked like a level 1
He just
Archmage.
popped!
That was just Coil Nova.
And the bottom dies there for Remind again, so no true shot aura again. Korea is holding on. They're fighting a 100 supply disadvantage.
Oh, the TC. He can't get out. He doesn't have a TP. He has nothing. But he has ultimate, maybe. Right? He has the... There it is.
Resurrection is coming, but I guess he will just block the way. And kill him again. This is like the downside of this ultimate. Gets a shockwave out to do a little bit against the talents, but in the end he dies for the second time. And Focus is, I guess, without a hero.
Level 7 TC dead. It's gonna take a long time to get him back from the tavern, from the altar, and tavern would be extremely expensive. They kill another base. Oof, and he does actually buy him back.
Are under attack.
Keeper falls as well. So what are they hoping for here? I mean,
Banshees now.
yeah.
Makes sense, of course, against all this magic and
Yeah, anti-magic shell is really good against the Griffins now. Are the gold mines expiring already?
should soon be.
Yeah, I think so too.
But maybe the starting gold mines are a little bit different here on this map.
1,700. Okay, that's still some time.
But look at this overwhelming force that Europe is presenting. Like, how are you supposed to deal with this? 188 supply is not enough to contest this army.
Not at all. They're expanding again and again and again. They have like their half of the map is completely mined, or is mining, and they take out one expansion after another. They're trying again with Chimera play. But see, actually not working. Ah, he killed the expansion in the end.
But that's what they have to do. They have to like be lane, they have to run around the map, kill bases, distract, buy time.
I need some surgical strikes there somehow. Bad Rider lane could be an option, but I guess they have so much gold for Town Pulse that they can always react.
And now it's actually Europe who's sending tanks to the other side of the map, forcing responses. And another base is being taken out. Just seems too easy now for the red Europeans. Quite a bit of experience here to be grabbed up perhaps from these hippogriffs. But experience is not the problem for Korea. It's just the amount of bases they have and the army size.
Yeah, Swedish tanks.
Mad Rider's actually pretty good against them, right?
Yeah, with the siege damage, it's okay. It takes a few of them to actually get the
true.
damage you need, but
They do still have tickle damage.
LawLiet takes out the next base.
Splash damage.
And Tranquility again. Invulnerability, you saw it there, the new feature of this ultimate. 3-second invulnerability, plus half the duration, but double the healing. So I guess that's one way of making the game a little faster.
Yep. And it's a total healing is the same, but the healing per second is way higher, so that is a big love.
Ooh, massive Stormbolt on the bottom. She dies so often. Invo Potion saves her for now.
But the MK is following, he wants to throw the next Stormbolt. He will have to TP out of this, but actually Stormbolt finds the Lich here. A lot of damage on him as well. No anti-magic. Where is the anti-magic?
Yeah, the Banshees, we're kind of missing that anti-magic shell.
But even without magic damage, there is so much damage in this army. They have to retreat, run away to safety. But where is safety? I don't know.
Well, they're running back and they're running back. At one point they will hit a wall. And they won't like what they find there.
And Hawk now with mass teleport can respond to this so easily.
Yeah.
He's gonna lose the base again though. But it wasn't for free. He lost the Chimera. And now Focus's main seems to be in dire straits.
They're kicking their asses for quite a few minutes now. The only, like, are they expanding on the Korean side of the map already? Yeah, right.
I don't think so yet.
Okay.
That's probably just a matter of time.
Yeah, I thought the
Blizzard Flame Strike combo. One of those beautiful combos, much like Chain Wave. So much ability. Oh, they find a few pickups here, but only tanks.
nice body block there, though.
It still takes so long to take them out, despite so many Chims and Bad Riders.
So Focus is dead. He can't really produce anymore.
Oh, they're trying to muster one last defense, but Europeans just leave.
Yeah, as long as you carry a town ball in 4-on-4, you're doing stuff right. So that's all right.
And this, it has been a 100 supply lead for a long time now. It's now even a 125 supply.
But still, there are a lot of Bat Riders. If they can put them to good use, and if they can protect them from the Fiends and take out the Griffins, for example, or the Hippos, then it should be fine. Because, like, if they take out the Hippos, then the Chimeras have a way better time.
It's true. And if they stack up enough, splash damage from these Bat Riders could be really crazy.
Like, the siege power of the Korean team is absolutely insane. With the siege damage from Chimeras and Bat Riders. And, of course... Oh boy, that was a hard area of effect.
That Nova hit heavily. And now we even have Talons up in the air. That's the answer against these Chimeras. We have Tranquility coming in, but the healers seem to be good enough. Starfall as well. Everything's exploding all over the place. Level 7 on this bottom. And Korea seems to be losing everything here. They're going to be dropping below 100 supply in a moment. The Chimera Force, which seemed to carry them through the game, is now no longer.
Death and decay on the units, but of course it's going to count it real quick. The Crypt Lord is falling, level up, and these are your victors. Team Europe seems to take this first map. Out of 2. But yeah, this is just a slaughter at this point.
And this time, the result does not seem to be agreeing with Madfrog, who says aggression always wins, because the Koreans were aggressive, the Europeans were the ones to hold on, and those 2 bases did bring them the victory, those 2 extra bases. And yeah,
Double fist by Foggy. That was the win. GG. Happy smiling as well. And yeah, that is the first 4v4. I guess we have some more time for a second one. I mean, this is just the beauty of Warcraft in 4-on-4, man. Seeing the ultimates combined, seeing like that it goes back and forth, and the communications between the players must be so high. Like, it's not like when your base is getting attacked, you have to defend. Like, you have to discuss it there. Who's gonna defend your base? It's always always interesting. 4-on-4 is just insane to watch.
Who would you say the MVP was here in that game for each team?
It's hard to say if you don't have your own camera control, but Foggy had a lot of bases and had made sure that they had the air superiority with all the hippos. That's a big part, I think.
Yeah. I think LawLiet did a great job with his
he did the best
snipe tactics with the Chimeras. But that wasn't quite enough in the end, despite taking out Happy's base. Once again, Undead Heroes getting out of control.
Yeah.
Lich level 5, that level 3 Nova at the end towards the Bad Riders, dude. Oh my god.
Level 5 Nova is pretty good, man. Area of effect and slow works well against them. And yeah, they're gonna play a second one, just for the lulz, I guess, if we have time. All right.
Yeah, we do have time.
That's good. Maybe the Koreans get the revenge. Wonder what the map's gonna be. Northshire is pretty cool, I think.
Maybe it's just a little bit louder, so they the others hear it as well. Northshire, supposed to be pretty good.
I think it's good.
If you guys are looking for another one.
All right. So, what do you think Korea has to adjust?
I feel like the harassment TC didn't do enough. He killed quite a few peasants, but I don't think he ever killed a base.
Yeah.
It was hard to keep track of that with all the action that was going on, but I don't think he killed a base actually. And I feel like he has to do that.
Yeah, just distract a little more. Maybe the starting positions were okay. Well, he was facing a human base, so that's always hard because there's towers in a lot of them, and you have masonry, which is also not that great if you want to raid or harass them.
It's also a pretty good map layout-wise against the TC. So by that I mean a bad map for this TC harass because these 4 players are fairly close to each other.
Yeah.
Considering it's a 4-player map, 8-player map. Excuse me. It's not like it's a round circle where they can be very far away from each other. It's rather the 2 teams really separated on that map.
Yeah, on Northside would be the same. Like you have one team at the bottom, one team at the top, so you can like cross attack. It's gonna be like you team up against one base, but then of course one base of your own is exposed because you team, and maybe you get caught in a team fight in the middle. And it's a really interesting map, I think. But we'll see if they pick Northshire. LV.
I'm not familiar with it. I imagine many of our viewers aren't either. I hope we get to see it to see what you're raving on about. We've talked about 3-on-3 a little bit today. Do you remember High Perch from 3v3?
I never played 3v3.
That was one of the craziest maps. That map is so cool. It has, like Northshire, I guess, 3 players at the top, 3 players at the bottom. That would be the 2 teams spawning on opposite side of the map to start with. And then there's one path in the middle that you have to go through to attack your opponent. And to the sides, there is a plateau which you cannot reach, but up there are healing fountains. So the way it's supposed to work is with air units, you can, I think there's also creeps up there, you can creep that, and then you can heal up there with next to the health fountains. But if you play human and Night Elf in one team, and you get the human to level 6, now this is where it gets crazy. The Night Elf, wait a minute, Night Elf gets a Talon, Night Elf gets a Druid of the Talon, flies it up there, lands it, then with the Archmage, mass teleport, you TP up there with a peasant, and then you build buildings there. The opponents can't reach it. So that's your only goal. You only get up there, try to build buildings there, and then that's it, because there's no Zeppelins on that map.
Sounds good.
You can't get up there.
Sounds really balanced. That's exactly like we want. But okay, it's going to take some time until you get mass teleport. So you just have to kill your opponents before, I guess.
And that's, when I think I was casting with Grubby earlier when I said that, I had a brief stint in the 3v3 ladder days back then.
Yeah, with the triple Shadow Hunter, of course. Shout out to Orkish if you're watching. Uf the Shadow Hunter, uf passe. So we see the teams again. The humans discussing, and the 2 team captains, I guess. Happy is giving directions.
And the humans having discussions about humanity.
Yeah, we haven't seen too much of Effect, right? It was mostly Hawk.
I feel like Effect gets like teamed up on all the time. In the FFA, he was fighting against like 3 players. Here again, he had to fight against Lin and Remind, I think it was, all the time. But this time he held his own. And over on the other side, Focus, the man with the guerrilla warfare. That didn't seem to be too effective. maybe on a more spread out map, that's gonna be better.
Remind, of course, he lost his bottom pretty early on, and if you can catch up with the bottom, like in the end, there was a level 6 versus level 4 difference on bottom only. And then you have Starfall against level 2 True Shot Aura. You lack the level 3 True Shot Aura.
Yeah.
Lin, by the way, is reading chat all the time, so if you have a message for him, let us know. Or let him know.
Yeah, and not just the heroes were pretty weak among some of these players, but it felt like only 2 armies were ready for a fight. Because Remind had archers and hunts. Hunts are incredibly horrible in 4v4. If the archers are protected, they can be good.
Yeah.
But if one Impale Nova hits them, then they're all...
Yeah, you might think, like, why would he go archers, man? It's tier 1. How do you want to fight, like, the massive tier 3 army with that? But if you get the range of upgrade, if you get marksmanship, they have incredible damage per goal. So you don't need that much gold to mass them. It's an insane output they have. The only weakness, AoE. And we've seen a lot of AoE in that game, man. It's
yeah, if they ever are out of position, they're all dead.
Yeah, they get caught and then they're
that's the
dead.
issue.
That's easy. Yeah, pretty easy.
And of course the Raiders, again, not so good in the real fights.
So, Remo, what do you think? Will we see a Korean revenge, or will the Europeans take it from here?
I'm going all Europe.
All right.
All Europe.
In the 4-on-4 tournament that we were mentioning before, there was, I think, a 1-0 lead as well. Or at least the one game was super crazy with a big lead for Europe, and then Korea came back. So this time, Europe already doing a little better in the absence of cash. Maybe that's what they needed. Like, get rid of the orc, put in a new human with casters and breakers, and easier to expand, I guess, as well.
I wonder if Focus is gonna be sticking to his strategy, or if he is also now no longer so, convinced by its strength. Like, if you're focused there, do you feel like you did enough? I imagine not, because again, he didn't really kill a base, and that seemed to have been his job. Okay, so the second map we have here with the 4-on-4 Europe versus Korea upon us. We have the 2 team captains, Lin and Foggy.
Remind and Happy. Hawk and LawLiet, super focused Hawk, man. I feel like LawLiet always has a smile on his face, like, I'm doing this for fun, la la la. And Hawk super focused. Effect and focus here, speaking of focused. He's right under the light, so it looks like that's why he's so shiny. So, Europe with a 1-0 lead. This is not Northshire. I actually don't know the name of the map, but yeah. Don't cast to 4-on-4 too often. It's also not Golems in the Mist, I know that much.
And Focus is actually spawning close to his opponent, and that is very, very nice for the playstyle that he had chosen earlier, but that he tends to choose, I think. That Raider lame, and again, it's the TC. Alright, he's sticking to his strategy. He has not lost faith.
Yeah, we have the Night Elves again with Keeper and Potom, obviously. And Lin once again playing the role of the Undead. For Team Europe, who are in blue now, we have an Archmage. Obviously, we have a second Archmage. I wonder if you have to go for both of them. But okay. Potom for Foggy, and Happy with his DK Fiend play. Okay, so Focus is spawning next to Happy. You said it's good for the Raider lane, but it's an Undead base. Things can be slowed down. And we saw a massive push against Focus's Burrows.
Yeah.
That kind of got him stuck for a long time. That's why he didn't have the big force of Raiders.
Yeah, for a moment I thought Raider lane really good here, because, you can attack your opponent's bases quickly since they're close to you. But how are you supposed to expand here? Look at this map, dude. The gold mines are in the middle of the map. They're all next to each other. So it's going to be super hard to expand here.
Yeah.
Not great for the humans.
True. Maybe a huge combined rifle push with the Potom can be good damage, but then against what? Really? Against Huntress, that's good. Because we have double Night Elf in the Korean team. So immediate harass for Korea. They're taking the Mad Frog
effect,
approach.
by the way? Is it effect or Hawk? If it's effect again. That poor guy.
I don't know what they have against
It's effect again.
Getting pummeled again.
Dude, there's just no mercy.
We should give him a beer later this evening just to thanks for being here. Thanks for enduring.
Maybe a protein bar is more what he
yeah, true. Alcohol. Yeah, it's bad for his muscles and stuff.
I think him and Hawk actually went to work out this morning.
Yeah, of
before
course.
they came here.
After breakfast, I think.
Gotta get those pumps in.
A player's forces are under attack.
So if everyone stays on the one base, that would be very unusual.
That would
for
be
4v4,
super
right?
unusual.
But this seems to be seriously. I mean, we don't know exactly which creeps are there, but we know it's a red camp, so it can't be too easy. And it's like accessible from 2 sides. You're right in the middle of everything.
But like, you have 2 archmages for water elementals. You can go for a rifle push, for example. So shouldn't that be a super good tier 2 push for Europe?
I guess.
Against one of the Night Elves?
I guess so. Wouldn't work too well along with Happy, of course, as the Undeads always want to get their tier 3. But maybe you can like split pressure, you know? Go for a serious push with maybe 3 of your mates. 3 players of your team, I guess. And the Undeads perhaps still creeping. Oh, and now he's actually going for the burrow.
Exactly what I mentioned before, like going for these burrows, especially if they're a little further forward, is super easy for Happy. The question is now, lightning shield, that was nice. But Happy splits it away from the other fiend, so it actually doesn't do that much damage. TC getting caught by the Night Elf here.
He did that with his own lightning shield. He wants to damage the grunts.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, TC dropping really low. Does he want to use a TP here even? It's only level 1 hero. Nice reveal here. He will get the Huntress.
But he will get the TC, and Focus losing his first hero there and a burrow. He's already in a bad position, but oh boy, that Archmage has to TP out. But there's already the rescue force in case of Happy.
And I think he's stuck behind the Moonwells now, but with an uproot he will get out of there. Again, the lightning shield coming in, this time on an illusion on the DK.
There's no dispel.
He put on more damage. Oh, the Archmage for effect in trouble as well. He could get surrounded here. He does have a TP. Only level 1 as well. May not want to use it for this weak hero, but will.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, those lightning shield plays were pretty damn good, and Lin is suffering from this. Like, he doesn't really want to TP, he loses another fiend over it, and like, the positioning of Europe is just way better in this defense.
I think Korea didn't even lose too much. They're gonna lose a Huntress here. But the Fiend got away. The low HP Huntress got away. JK didn't get away.
Too early, my friend. DK level 3. And again, a little push towards Focus, who's under constant pressure here.
Oh, these lightning shield plays, dude. I like.
Sweet. Play by Lin. And force the TP.
TP out. Should save the Huntress.
Panda and Brewmaster, we haven't even seen him, and he's already dead.
But yeah, we see him for the first time here in the second 4v4. Really surprising, like he has the best AoE in the game. But only now he has been chosen. Also, a lot fewer creeps on this map, right? So getting high up there in the experience department gonna be harder. Alright, now it's gonna be Europe with a sincere push towards Focus's base, but already Lin is in position to defend. And so is Focus.
Do the Footmen have defend? Actually, yeah, okay, against the Fiends he needs it. Against Orc, of course, not so much. I like how Lin is babysitting Focus's base. Big push by the 2 Night Elves here. Reminiscent of Strife Crow and Axlaf.
And now Huntress is dying in focus fire very quickly to these Fiends. Lots of Wisps coming in for both sides for detonates. Is this all 8 players? I think it is, actually.
Natives, of course, with Mass Huntress could have an edge here. Area of effect would be so good, man. Both have equal supply, actually. And the fight goes on.
Happy actually being aggressive here before tier 3. Very unusual for Undeads in team games. Very unusual for Undeads in general. MK's coming in now. No AoE. Unless he has Clap, but I think I saw a Stormbolt just there. But Korea holding on. They're pressing the Europeans back.
Yeah. Unholy Aura is, of course, a nice aura to have, but still, both have them, and running away for Europe is so hard. Area of effect coming from so many Huntresses, and the Huntress-Fiend combination is already strong in 2-on-2, but if you have 2 times Huntress for even more blockers and even more normal damage and even more AoE, then what are you supposed to do, especially against the humans, man? These Glaive.
But these Hunts have to do something as well, because they will fall off heavily in the late game when the heroes get stronger and stronger. And is that a Lich for Happy, by the way? Tier 3 should be done soon, I believe. And now Europe, can they force the South Koreans back in this tug of war? Seems like it.
Korea really don't want to push into Happy space because of Blight, because of the...
oh, he's still tier 2.
Yeah.
He's not taking.
Far away from... Okay, maybe they fed Hawk. Yeah, they must have fed Hawk. So he gets fragmentation shards now for mortar teams. And mortar teams should be the rescue if they can position them well. It's massive AoE, it's massive damage.
Red camp is being crept here in the middle at the gold mine. With this, perhaps the Koreans can establish a new base. The Night Elves both only tier 1.
Yeah.
The
I wonder
Hydra.
if they're feeding Lin.
Lich grabs up. Claws, I guess it was. Plus 12, okay. Oh, that's unfortunate. You could get an aura there.
Yeah.
But I guess they have... Brilliance aura would have been nuts.
Yeah, they have no human.
A player's forces are under attack.
So we do have mortars. This is usually the time where Huntress are rendered useless.
And they get the next red camp.
Yeah, I mean, they won the fight. They kind of have map control now. They're creeping on their own maps. They're not stealing away from Europe. There's still potential for them to get it.
Will they get the aura now? Cutgut's pipe! There it is.
Oh, this is the best. But, again, focus on the receiving end of everything. The burrows are far in the back, though, but if they get Blizzard and Flame Strike, these burrows will die in, like, no time.
That's true. Barracks number 1 falls. Production cut in half. But this Undead army still not triple hero, still no Orb of Corruption, so not too crazy yet, but they do have the damage increase from the bottom. But only level 1 aura.
They're heavily committing to this. The Night Elf army is coming in. We see a Shockwave, doesn't hit too much. Is the damage enough? No, I don't think so. Or is it? One of them is staying, right, to finish it off.
It's not enough.
That's not, there must be repair. Okay. Double TP. But yeah, mod teams now. I really like this split push because they went all the way up to the north to defend Focus's base, and now Remind is exposed.
And the Orc lost his shop, so maybe these guys don't even have a TP at the moment.
Right. You're absolutely right. Less mobility, so they have to go for it.
Look at how much they have! Oh my god!
So much stuff. But the grunts are blocked in the back. I think the Huntress will take a lot of space. Okay, now they're splitting it better. The positioning is getting better. Shockwave, though, pretty damn good. And now TP comes in. And Mortar team...
the base is gone?
Yeah, base is gone, wiped out. And the Mortar teams against these Huntress.
With fragmentation shards, guys. Don't forget.
They don't want to take this fight. Not at all.
A player's
Europe's
forces are under
reaction was really good. Like, Korea took the time to creep the 2 red spots and get a few items. Yes, the Brilliance Aura is great. But in the meantime, like, Focus Space was heavily attacked, forced a few town portals, and Remind Space got wrecked. So, the perfect reaction, I guess, is this.
And more mortar teams. And mortar teams, like many other units, have like this critical mass. If you have like 6 of them, they just blast everything to bits from behind. But now the main base is being attacked here by Happy, but in the meantime, a big fight is raging on as well in the middle of the map.
Very thankful for the white screen now.
That's true. Oh, but this Undead base in serious trouble. Happy isn't TPing home.
He's also
this
not
is super expensive.
I wonder if he just gives it up and plays with his Fiends for the rest of the time.
He doesn't even have an orb yet.
Cancels the tech.
Night finished.
Okay, yeah, finished, sorry, yeah. Gets a Destroyer, almost. But
A player's forces are
oh, he doesn't seem to be that big.
Can he win the Undead Mirror here? He should. He's the Undead main. But he has only 2 heroes versus 3. Oh, he surrounds the Lich. Is there a TP? No, there isn't. He's only level 1. Coil saves him for now, but only for a moment. Great surround by Lin.
Even with his off race.
The burrow after keeps his Fiends alive. Someone has to help Happy. He's getting wrecked, and help is coming.
Okay, TP is coming in and TP out by Lin, but he did well. Getting rid of a bit of
forces are under
Happy's
attack.
army, keeping him low.
So many grunts. Focus only has grunts. Focus has like 12 grunts. Nothing else. And Effect once again in trouble. How many hunts is this?
So much, man.
Well, this is 2 armies of hunts, to be fair.
Yeah, of course, but where's Effect and Hawk? They have to counter the Hunt's army. They don't really have a counter against Focus, right?
Not really. Like, great heroes would be the answer. Or, of course, magic damage.
Effect has to TP out again. surrounded by 100 supply hunts.
A player's forces are under attack.
But who lost his base? Is it LawLiet or Remind?
It was Remind.
So he's not remaking it, so they have to finish this game soon here, I guess.
And again, man, it's epic. His base getting attacked. Short of protection now, so the Panda is not as effective as he could be. And Epic needs help again. Will they just let him die?
Does nobody have a TP? Guys, help! Help!
There, but so far the Water Elementals are carrying quite a bit, as well as the casters.
Yeah.
Player's forces are under
Everything's dropping low here. He doesn't seem to have reveal, however. Gonna get a Huntress here. Next breath of fire coming in. Panda really low, however. And the overwhelming amount of hunts. Oh, that heal scroll.
And he's so much value from this heal scroll, man.
yeah.
It healed like 20 units.
Panda's gonna die
Yep.
through the searing arrow. Can somebody please help him?
Well, Effect is they can't because there's another attack in the north, and I think they're busy over there. Yeah, exactly. They fight them back, but this was also. Oh boy, yeah.
They lost the
Archmage
tree.
They just let Effect
player's
die.
forces are under attack.
But they lost the... Never mind, sorry, they didn't lose the Tree of Life there. I thought they did. Yeah, really good split push game by the Koreans this time.
Well timed. Just when I thought that Europe is coming back, this double strike really saved their game. And there's an expansion. I mean, on this map it's so hard, but LawLiet thinks, alright, you know, we got a good supply advantage now. Let's just go for the expo. As Effect is
A
literally
player's
dead.
forces
Happy
are
does have
under
triple
attack.
hero now, but pretty weak levels. Lich only 2, Cryptlord only level 1. This late tech by Happy.
Town is
Not
under
sure that
siege.
I'm a big
Don't know
fan.
what happened there, to be honest.
I don't think he got harassed. I think they just decided to go for a push in tier 2. But anyways, here we go. Hawk has to evacuate. There's no way he can fight this.
At least he got like mass AoE now with Blizzard as well. So Water Elemental not there anymore.
Player's forces are under attack.
And the Boros, they're all gonna get raised. More shockwaves coming in. TP out from Foggy, TP out from Happy. And the one Boro actually survives.
Effect base is under attack again, this time from Lin. But Happy is there for the rescue, so how much can he take out?
Oh, good scroll of speed here to get Lin out of trouble. He knows the value from this item, but only lasts for 10 seconds. Then he can get caught up to again. Cryptlord should have one Impale ready on Happy's side, but they retreat. Once again, it's Happy's base under trouble. Dude, it's like a game of whack-a-mole. You get rid of one problem and 3 new ones come up. How many grunts is this?
So many.
It's like 20 grunts.
I don't have enough fingers to count that high, but yeah, must have pillage as well, so he gets gold by attacking with grunts.
I think they're sacrificing Happy's base now.
Yeah. If he has enough stuff, then they should. He
Lin-
has the spell, he has an okay amount of fiends.
Lin is getting cornered back here, but he has a TP, so he can get out. He's trying to find as many kills as he can before, but good staff there on a Knight. Cryptlord in trouble, gets saved via coil, and everything for Lin will survive. Well done, even gets a kill on its way out. And yeah, Happy's base is
Players' forces
gone.
are under attack.
And doesn't look good for Foggy either. I don't know if they can react to this. Level 5 Potom already. That's a big difference compared to last game. So the Potom was only level 4, I guess, on Remind's side. This time she survived, this time she leveled well.
We haven't seen any level 6s yet. No ultimates. We're getting kind of close. Keeper level 5 as well with double TP, double scroll of healing.
So Remind's base is gone, right? And now they're attacking LawLiet's base. Was this expansion maybe too greedy? What is it? There is...
They're defending though.
Yeah, they are.
It's only 1 TP though, right? No,
Wonder
it's
whether-
2. Oh, and they're getting sandwiched.
Ooh. Well, they do have area of effect, but oh my god. Lin from the one side. This Impale should be glorious if he wants, if he uses it, if he has the mana.
They're being surrounded by all sides, man. Lin is TPing out though. He's trying to save his Lich, I think it was, but the Lich died for him. But he's repositioning into a very good spot. And they have a bit of a supply. No, they're actually behind supply. Hard to believe, but Europe is running away. Impale here to cover the retreat. Shockwave coming in again.
If they take out the mortar teams now, it should be the win for them. Yeah, the area of effect is keeping Europe in this game. Blizzard is raining from above.
Oh, the TC!
Grunts take
The
a lot
TC!
of damage. The TC dies. No endurance or anymore. Are they actually... Oh, look at the grunts, man! They take so much damage! The Blizzard is carrying this game!
MK does fall, but Blizzard is still rocking through. They need the heals, what we saw a lot before, but they may not be ready right now. Impale coming in as well. More and more Blizzard. Impale on the other side. We have level ups from Team Europe. The Mortar teams are two, I think, are still alive. They have to be taken out there. The big damage dealers, but what about the Archmage? How did he die? Seemed to be out of position. The first hero falls for the human. And now Europe really has to run.
I can't believe there's still Huntress alive after all of this. The Cryptlord is surrounded, the Cryptlord is dead. Happy can't reproduce him anymore, I think, because his base is gone. And that should be level 6 for the bottom. Yep, will we see Starfall again?
Doesn't have the mana for it at the moment, but may have it soon. Mortar teams still rocking through. They're pushing them back somehow.
As long as there's Mortar teams, there's hope.
And we're even in supply. How is this even possible?
Unbelievable fight between the two, man. Really sick. Focus is expanding in Happy's former base.
But at the moment, Europe only has 2 mines of income.
Yeah.
Korea has 4 right now. It's going to be 3 in a second, as it seems. But
LawLiet's expanding there, but Effect is tower pushing the new gold mine.
oh, and by the way, Happy lost his Cryptlord, and he doesn't have an altar anymore.
Yeah, I said it before. He kept getting back. Okay, Hunters take care. So this base remains alive. It's a lot about gold now.
Dead even in supply.
Unbelievable game.
Town is under siege.
Now a red camp for the European side, the first one of the game. Remember, auras can drop here. The best one for them would be the command aura, I guess. Or the TC aura.
Players' forces are under attack.
Could also be a worse item.
Crystal Ball.
Crystal Ball.
Thank you. I saw Matt Morris before, and yeah.
Yeah, we talked about the Crystal Ball a little bit in our balance talks.
He knows, he knows. Hydras, of course, split if they die. Helm of Valor.
Panda level 3 though. Did he just get it there? I'm not sure. It's a lot of AoE coming from the Pandaren.
So it's some time to breathe and sometimes to get the economies back up. I think Focus's Expo
Players'
attempt got
forces are under
cancelled,
attack.
right? Pretty sure about that.
In the undead base? Yeah.
In the undead base.
Yes, it did. And it's actually...
No.
This should be Foggy making a new one.
Okay.
there. But...
Yeah, you can see that Korea is running away with the supply now. But still, it's still tier 1 Night Elves, man.
yeah, tier 1 Night Elf, exactly. This is not really... hunts at this stage are not really worth 3 supply. Maybe they're worth 2 supply.
The TC has 2 mana potions there. It's going to be a lot of waves.
Yeah.
Attack. The town
He's
is
only
under
level
siege.
5, but that could change with the next fight. And once again, they're looking towards the main trade here for Foggy.
It's so exposed. Like, there's so much surface area.
Do they have a TP? Do they have it? The money for a TP, the European team, because they have to use it if they want to save this. But it seems like they're just letting it die.
Yeah, against the TC Shockwave, you can't really repair. The Wisps all die instantly. So what's the reaction going to be?
A player's forces are under attack.
Seems like they're going over to the next Night Elf base once again. They have taken out LawLiet's attempt at re-expanding there.
The town is under siege.
What a different game this is, right? When there's less gold involved, we don't see chimeras at all. We don't see any Night Elf tech at all. No hippos.
Oh, Hog's base now being ransacked.
Hog needs to stay alive to reproduce his mortars. I don't think Effect has mortars nor the fragmentation shards upgrade, so...
And they're just trading bases now.
Yeah.
And Korea is up by some bases, so they can afford to do this.
Yep, but they don't really have siege damage, do they? Like, they have fiends and they have magic damage, but if you want to... They do a base race against mortar teams.
But they already killed
At night.
bases, kind of.
It's only 2 left, right?
Interesting.
Like Lin's
Very interesting.
and Focuses.
Effect has a full operating base, Lin does, and Focus does, yes.
Yeah, the question is, how long will...
They're going to defend Lin's base, it seems.
A player's
But there's a
forces
good
are
block
under
line with
attack.
Knights and Breakers. They don't... They shouldn't
Oh.
be sandwiched, but they are! Shockwave was nice against the casters, but the area of effect is rocking against the Fiends as well.
The more teams, they have to try to protect him. The Archmage, oh my god, he just got barely healed at the DK in
DK
trouble!
is done. And we see Starfall. This has to be cancelled somehow, otherwise it's huge damage. He's trying to nuke them. Info potion though, but on the other side, oh my god. Tranquility on LawLiet, healing up so much.
And there's no Cryptlord anymore, he can't cancel it that way. Is there an MK somewhere? No, because we have a Panda! This Tranquility is just running and running!
Yeah.
It can't get cancelled! But now it's over, maybe the duration, I don't know.
But we have a huge supply lead. But this turned around once before. We see more and more Blizzard. Lin has to retreat a little, and also LawLiet has to retreat. There's still a massive Huntress.
This game is ridiculous.
4-4 is fun.
The Crypt Lord, he just came back here for Happy, but seems to be in a bad position. So is the Archmage getting focused TP out.
They can't break Lin's base at all. They fought them back, and now it's almost a 40 supply lead. Oh, they actually lose a lot during the town portals.
Big impact coming in again. Level up for the Paladin, but Happy, he does have a TP. He could get out of this.
This is just insanity.
Has TP. All right. And that will be the fight over finally. But as the dust settles, the supply... Tranquility was ready again. Did you see that?
Yeah, but he gets caught there, and...
Archmage, though, he won't get away.
That shockwave was sweet.
There's a mana fountain, by the way, here.
And I think it's just time to storm the basement. Everything is still healing up. And everything is still bruised, but what does they really have left? It's only 111 supply, and the Nova hits both heroes hard. Can he get a double surround? Oh boy!
Oh, the TC!
The TC is dying! Bye-bye Aura, bye-bye Shockwave.
MK in trouble. Can he get the Lich? There's no coil here, the DK died before!
That's like 25 supply of grunts.
Oh my god!
And they will all, they might all
MK!
die.
Oh! There's the next one! Invul on the Lich. It's only going to be running for so long, but the MK now in trouble himself. Has to be healed by the Paladin, but I don't think he has the mana at the moment. Buyback on the TC. This is not over yet. Not over yet, guys.
The
But
break
yeah,
is coming.
MK is falling. MK is dying.
So that's not too much disabled anymore. The Stormbolt is gone and the Clap as well. The Impale was of course nice. Level 3 on him. Should have waited a little bit. And here comes Tranquility again.
There's no cancel. There is Impale,
But he just used it. He was waiting until he used the Impale, but there it is. Quite a big one as well.
What
Now the
the
Breakers are moving forward. The Destroyers can't do anything about the Breakers.
they have the supply lead still.
Almost.
But
They,
only
they
by one.
equalized. Like they were down by 20, 30. What was it?
The hell? Ridiculous.
Europe never gives up and Europe always strikes back.
And this is the Expo dying. And the mains are soon to expire.
I think so too.
The DK pumping quite a bit of damage. We don't know if he has Death Pact.
Oh, Lich, of course, over corruption and Nova are super important. But actually, FX Breakers are making quite a big difference because they are not touched by spells, by nukes, by destroyers, whatever.
Exactly.
With them, he can just move forward.
Oh, look at this damage! With a Stormbolt, this
Players' forces are
keeper
under
should
attack.
fall. Is there mana? I don't
Reach.
think there is. MK is faster with the new patch. He should be able to. He's blocking with the Huntresses against it. Can he still reach? Can he still reach? The destroyers give vision. But good block from the Huntress.
Really?
But they have pretty much all died for this.
And Europe has a 30 supply lead. What a fight by Hawk, Effect, Foggy, and Happy.
Could we see what Foggy has, by the way? I think Foggy only has the bottom, right? Nothing else.
I think so too.
Space is of course gone. Oh no!
Oh, he's
Ah,
mining.
there's a tree. Never mind.
Okay, he has 5 wisps and his bottom.
Yeah, he
That's it.
expanded up there. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
But yeah, they take care about this one now.
Wow, what a game. Seemed like it was super over, and this should be Korea's victory, but no.
I want to give a shout out to our observer man who's doing a crazy good job
Yeah.
and keeping tabs of all the action that's happening here, and that is by God not easy.
Is this the creep jack that ends the game finally? Because they're getting caught against the merchant here, it seems. They can evacuate with the TP if they have the money, but they may not necessarily have it. Oh, but the Archmage, he just dies! The coil, the Nova, no answer to it, he wasn't paying attention.
And it's Starfall time. He uses Clap, but that doesn't cancel anything. He has to run away now. Bottom on a chase.
And the bottom died as well, but the Lich has fallen. The DK as well in trouble for Happy. Everything's dying. These heroes are just popping left and right. The bottom now for LawLiet, I think it is also dropping low. Lich still alive with the coil being healed up.
Remind is about to lose the bottom as well. If he blocks a little with him. Oh, this is not a good timing to do that, man. Team Europe is about to win this, but yeah, oh my God, everything is popping for Korea. They lose every single hero that they have. Surround on the DK.
And that's it, I think. He falls as well. Lin was carrying with Undead, it seemed, this game. What a comeback by the Europeans. Look at him.
There we have them, man. Big smiles, raised hands. I did not expect that they can come back into this game.
No. That even happy is smiling. Look at this.
Wow, you
What
look
happened in this game? Like, they were like 60 supply behind.
Yeah.
120 versus 180. But doesn't matter.
Everybody is shaking their heads like, how was this possible? And of course, the rocky move of Foggy can't be missed.
Yeah, so
Whoever had this idea with the 4-on-4, big shout out to you or me. But making it a best of 3, man, this game on this map was absolutely insane. And that is why 4-on-4 gets so much love from the community. You don't really have the ladder anxiety. You have so much action going on. If you have an established 4-on-4 team, like with your friends in like Discord or whatever, you can communicate so well. It's so much fun. You can be rescued if you fuck it up a bit. So yeah, this is not the last game for today, of course. We have one more best of 3 for you guys, and that's the Legends Grand Final. Insomnia beat Take It 2-0, Grubby beat Madfrog 2-0, and now they're gonna clash. It's Human versus Orc, of course. The King of Orcs, will he win it like, as everybody expects, or will it be the big upset of Insomnia like WCG 15 years ago? So I would love to get some opinions here from the players, what went on there, and if they felt confident about this.
you mean from the 44?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
The
And
winners, at least.
Well, who could we grab?
Foggy.
Effect Foggy. Foggy, you want to come over here? You want to come over here?
Of course. Foggy always obeys if you ask him if he wants to be interviewed.
He must be in a good mood.
Hell yeah.
Aren't you the team captain? Happy.
Uh,
Doesn't matter.
He can come too. What an insane 4-on-4. Like, we saw your reactions. Did you expect to win the second map?
No way.
So you re-expanded at some point in Happy's base, where he lost his base. And at that point, you only had a bottom, right?
Yes,
Bottom and 5
and
wishes.
we have it's last gold mine. So I just sent all
did you give
my
it to?
gold to Effect and Happy.
Mm-hmm.
And Happy, after lost all, I have taken one Ecolate,
Mm-hmm.
Ecolate hide.
Yeah.
And after Happy built like 3 ziggurat without gold mining, and I just sent my resources, and Happy
You can make hero again, right?
Happy can produce some heroes, creep, and fins and units.
Did you save that acolyte?
Yeah.
Oh, so
Taking care of his brothers. I like that.
so in the late game you only had to micro the bottom, nothing else.
Yes, and just management, resource management.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know if you were aware, but at some point it was like 180 supply for Korea, and only 120 supply for you guys from Europe. We were like, this game's totally over. But the heroes seem to be totally out of control for you.
Yes, because Hawk MK maybe decide this game, because he told what hero we must kill, like Stormbolt, and after Impale Coil Nova by Happy, and I'm also focus bottom.
Could you communicate well with the headsets on?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Did you hear the Koreans saying something? I mean, of course it was Korean, but could you hear what were they like screaming or something? Because with these we can't really hear too much.
Well, it's some noise, but when you just focus on a game, it's maybe it doesn't matter.
Which game did you enjoy more, the first one or the second one?
Of course, first one, because first game we win confident, and second game I thought there's no chance. But Happy always believe, and after lost base and we lost many units, he just continue to manage and talk what to do. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was also very important to have mortar teams and the blizzards, because there was a lot of hunters and a lot of grunts, and you hit them all together all the time, so you could get rid of it real quick.
Did you talk in English or in Russian?
Russian.
But what about effect?
For effect, we just type in chat. So it's English and Russian.
Okay.
So if I need some call happy or hawk, I just use Russian, but also hawk use English to talk with effect, and we type.
So he's not left alone.
Effect did a very good job because he never play 4 versus 4 and don't know maps, but play really well.
Who decided on the second map, by the way? Who decided to play that map?
Korean players maybe, but I don't
didn't play that map before?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
we didn't know it either.
No.
Yeah, but Happy and Hawk know this map.
Yeah, it was very different. It was very hard to expand. Only gold mines in the middle. Not very many creeps.
Impossible expand.
Yeah.
All game it's about fight.
Which was cool, actually.
It was really interesting. I think pretty intense for you guys. That was your last game for today. Of course, tomorrow we're gonna have the Clanwar versus Korea. Since you defeated him now in the 4-on-4 and you won the FFA, you're gonna roll over them tomorrow as well?
Yes, sure. I'm waiting for my match versus Focus. I really want to show my performance and
confident Europeans. I like that. And of course, maybe the Empire of Korea strikes back.
I'm actually worried about Hawk and Effect because they will play versus Night Elf.
Yeah.
And Human versus Night Elf. I think map pool is very good for Night Elf.
Okay.
The new maps, you mean?
Yeah, like 2 rivers now have expand not hard.
But that's also good for human, right?
I think bad because if late game Night Elf can make 2 base and late game heroes better.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna see that tomorrow. So you're gonna coach, I imagine, our human players a little bit. Gonna give them tips what they can do against Night Elf.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, why not, right?
Yeah, I told them about maps, what they should ban.
Did you practice a lot on these new maps already? Did you try to figure out some creep routes? Did you play some PTR on it and stuff?
Yes. Before I come to this event, we have played versus Hawk new maps, and before we played 4 versus 4 these new maps and some tournaments. Anna Cups this Maple LV, so.
Ah, okay. I didn't know that they already had the LV map.
I know this map's pretty good.
Okay. What's your favorite one of the new ones?
Terran Stand, because now nearby you Mare Camp and you can use Lightning Shield and take more creeps you can take.
Okay, so you hit more creeps with 1 lightning shield, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And you creep Mare Camp, not Observatory. So you can buy after this marks, so it's very good.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I hope you have as successful of a day tomorrow as you had today. When's your match starting tomorrow? I'm not quite sure.
It's the the second one, I guess, right? Yeah, Focus versus Foggy should be the second one.
I think third.
Okay.
first two matches, Hawk Effect versus LawLiet, after Hawk versus Remind.
Okay, we'll see. And there's, of course, some 2-on-2 action in between as well. It's going to be Grubby and Madfrog against Taker and Insomnia. Pretty excited to see the strategies there. They will differ from the normal 2-on-2. I'm very sure about that. Of course, Madfrog is looking forward to teaming with Grubby to maybe get one win here. That's gonna be interesting. I think Grubby has to remind him to like build cigarettes, and then should be all right.
Yeah, in a 2-on-2, maybe he can get carried.
Yeah. It's always easier to play 2-on-2 and get some advice from.
And speaking of Grubby, it's gonna be our last match of today. The grand final. We already showed you the bracket earlier. Insomnia versus him.
Insomnia
I think
setting up.
I think they're rearranging the seating, aren't they? Or yes, they are.
Yeah, they're setting up. I wonder if they did the maps and we know the maps. I don't know if someone did it. All right, so everything is set as it seems. So this is Old School Cup grand final. All right, and I think we're gonna see our players next.
Yep.
Insomnia man.
We're almost ready here to start the final.
Making Bulgaria proud once again. I think you heard that. Yeah, of course, Team Bulgaria is also playing in NWC3L.
Yep.
So they will all be watching and rooting for him.
I asked him if he's planning on playing there. He didn't definitively say no, but it unfortunately didn't sound too euphoric and optimistic.
I heard some rumors that he might join, but depends on the time, I guess. And of course, the big favorite, Mr. Schenko. He's a two-time WCG champion. Legendary games. Legendary Clan Wars as well with 4 Kings, where he won the playoffs with only 3 players and their Orga, and they still were able to win. Of course, great times back then.
Yeah.
Grubby, Todd, Zeus, Fury. 4 Kings, and yeah. Big concentration going on.
He looks so serious, right?
Yeah.
Everyone seems to be having a chill, relaxed, easy time, but he was, he was a really serious competitor. Had him here on the couch a lot today. Seemed like a little more than us from time to time.
Yeah, well, I think we caught up in airtime in the end.
Yeah, with the 4-4, especially, of course, yeah. But he said earlier, how seriously he was taking it all back then, how he couldn't separate between off time and in game. You know, couldn't.
Have you played against Grubby these days?
Yesterday.
And?
It's secret.
Did he defeat you?
Who knows?
You said something about his TC, didn't you? That the TC is so fast?
Yeah, I feel that TC and Panda now faster than before.
So the upcoming matchup will be Human versus Orc. Obviously, what do you think will change with the patch in this matchup?
Human versus Orc?
Yeah.
Maybe we will see old Farseer and TC, because now TC and Farseer maybe strong. And about Human, I think they will continue play standard, like Archmage and MK.
Okay, yeah.
Do you foresee any other meta changes? You think the meta game in other matchups is going to develop a certain way with these balance changes?
I'm worried and scary about Leech, because now DK with Aura and Leech now
Really
have boots of speed at the begin.
Compared to before, yeah.
Yeah.
But the Naga gets a boost as well, right?
And Naga also, so I think now will be very hard versus Undead, because too fast.
It was hard before for you Night Elves, and now it might be even harder.
But Night Elf have now only Panda a bit fast.
And Naga.
And Naga, but without Aura.
That's true. Yeah.
So it's not a big deal.
Yeah, so far I haven't even heard too much wild speculation of what's gonna happen. I heard Focus saying that maybe the Crypt Lord is gonna be really strong, but you know, will have to prove itself. Of course, the Crypt Lord's movement speed got increased, same as all slow heroes. But also, that's a specialty for him. The Beetle's movement speed got increased, and the HP.
I love to play the Beatles, man. This is so much fun. I'm kind of low level, you know, but sending out the Beatles gives you so much information. And if you play against low level players, they don't really understand that you can borrow the Beatles. So you have vision everywhere just through the Beatles, and you pop them out and you attack again and you put them back in, and they don't reveal or whatever, for whatever reason, I don't know. I had a lot of fun with the Beatles.
Yeah, I think against like fast expanding human, it could be good theoretically, but then the issue is
you need a lot of corpses.
What does he do in the late game? You know, it's like
yeah, not too much, but yeah, you need a lot of corpses.
That's another issue. Like
it takes time.
You have to creep something first, and using one corpse for a rod of necromancy is going to be better than a beetle. So you want to have 5 beetles plus 2 rods of necromancy. Yep. That's 7 corpses.
Not that easy. That's for sure.
Have you tried any new strategies with the new patch? Have you deliberately tried to make something new happen? Well, I guess Night Elf didn't really receive too many changes. Potom got a little bit better. The Keeper got better. Did you experiment with the Keeper of the Grove a little bit?
Not yet. I continue use my old strategies, my safe strategies. So, but maybe I will think about it when I come home. Maybe I will test more.
So the Warden, which you played a lot in the past, was also changed a little bit, with the Blink level 2 having shorter cooldown and the Blink level 3 having longer cooldown. Has that become at all like a factor yet so far for you?
For me, it's not a big deal about 7-second blink, 10-second cooldown, and level 3 blink also not often use.
All right. With that being said, it's time for the grand final